Have you confused delay with denial? My child, listen. You have assumed my silence meant rejection, that my pause meant I changed my mind. But I, the Lord, do not waver. I do not forget. I do not revoke what I have declared over you. My words do not return void. You thought you missed your moment, but I say to you now, I have not moved on. I have not moved away. You are the one who stopped moving. You've blamed circumstances, people, even time itself for your stagnation. But deep down, you've also blamed me. You've wondered if I abandoned you in the valley. You've wondered if your prayers hit a ceiling. You thought I grew weary of your cries. But I am not like man. I am the Lord who sees, who hears, who knows. I was with you in the delay. I allowed the waiting to purify your motives. I allowed the silence to sharpen your hearing. But you mistook my preparation for punishment, and you sat down on the road where you were meant to run. This is your wake-up call. My spirit is stirring what you buried. That promise I gave you, the dream I planted, the mantle you laid aside, it still lives. I never revoked the calling. I never canceled the assignment. I, the Lord, have kept it reserved for this appointed time. You think it's too late, then you do not understand me. I restore years. I breathe on dry bones. I split seas and reverse verdicts. I am not bound by time. I redeem it. You've wasted energy on rehearsing what went wrong, but I want you to focus on what I still want to do through you. I want to stir your spirit until it burns again, not with emotion, but with holy conviction. That fire you once carried, it's not gone. It's only buried under ashes of disappointment. But today, I blow my breath on the embers. I, the Lord, ignite again. You've been lulled to sleep by delay, numbed by fear of failing again. You've convinced yourself that others are more qualified, more worthy. But I did not choose you based on qualifications. I chose you because I see the end from the beginning. I knew the battles you would face. I saw the detours and the disasters, and still I said, this one is mine. You are not disqualified. You are marked, chosen, separated. You are still my warrior. You say, but Lord, I've fallen. And I say, get up. You say, but I'm weak. And I say, my strength is made perfect in weakness. You say, but I'm late. And I say, you're right on time because I control the times and seasons. You say, but I'm broken. And I say, then you're finally usable. I, the Lord, use broken vessels, so my glory shines through the cracks. You're waiting for motivation. I'm waiting for obedience. You want confirmation. I want surrender. You want perfect clarity. I want perfect trust. This is not about your comfort. It's about my kingdom. It's about souls. It's about the mandate I placed on your life before you were even born. My child, you don't need another sign. You need to remember what I said the first time. Go back to the last word I spoke and walk in it. Obey it. Move. Delay is not denial, but it can become disobedience if you stay in it too long. I didn't call you to delay. I called you to destiny. I called you to rise, to go, to speak, to build, to heal, to carry fire. And I have not changed my mind. The oil is still on your life. The authority is still in your voice. The mantle is still on your shoulders. Shake off the dust. Stand up. I, the Lord, am breathing fresh wind on your bones. Do you hear me now? This moment is holy, not because it's convenient, but because it's divine. You were born for this. You were chosen for now. And no delay, no doubt, no devil can cancel what I ordained. But you must choose. Choose to believe again. Choose to obey again. Choose to trust me beyond what you see. If you do, I will move. I will open doors. I will send fire. I will redeem the time. I will restore what was lost. But I won't do it while you sit in self-pity. I won't do it while you excuse your fear. Rise, my child. I am calling you out of delay, out of confusion, out of slumber. The trumpet is sounding in the spirit. Can you hear it? It's calling my warriors to attention. It's calling the sleepers to wake. It's calling you to move. You were not created to stay in this place. You were not anointed to be passive. You were not filled with my spirit to live numb. I did not place fire in your bones so you could whisper in shadows. I, the Lord, declare, come out, speak up, move forward. I am with you. I will go before you, and I will perform what I promised. Do not delay me any longer. I have waited for you. Now move. My beloved, you have wandered in a wilderness of numbness thinking it was peace. But numbness is not peace. It is the echo of postponed obedience, the residue of spiritual sleep. I did not call you to wander through life half awake, drifting on routines that require no faith. I, the Lord, created you to burn with passion, with vision, with the fire of heaven. And that fire is not gone. It is waiting for your yes. You have mistaken comfort for calling and silence for safety. But I am not in the comfort that keeps you bound. I am in the cry that breaks chains. I am not hiding in silence. I am roaring in the Spirit. Can you hear me? My voice is not weak. It is not buried beneath your noise. It is rising like a flood inside of you, calling you out of the spiritual coma you have accepted as normal. Wake up, my child. Wake up, my warrior. This generation does not need more polished performances. It needs fire bearers. It needs those who walk in unshakable truth, not opinions. It needs those who refuse to be tamed by fear or diluted by culture. And you, my child, are not exempt. You are part of this move. You are not too late. You are not too old. You are not too broken. You are right on time for what I, the Lord, am about to do. Do you think I wasted your pain? Do you believe I ignored your nights of questioning? No. I was gathering every tear, weaving every ache into a mantle of authority. I was forging your voice in the fires of affliction. I was preparing your feet for paths you cannot yet see. Nothing was wasted. Not the detour, not the delay, not the silence. All of it has been working together for the glory that is about to be revealed through you. But first, wake up. Remove the grave clothes of disappointment. Shake off the paralysis of analysis. Silence the voice of what if. The enemy has tried to rock you to sleep with the lullaby of maybe someday. But I say, now. I say, today is the day of rising. I say, enough. You have been marked for movement, not stagnation. You have been chosen for impact, not irrelevance. My spirit does not dwell in you for decoration, it dwells in you for demonstration. The same power that raised Christ from the dead lives in you. Why do you live as though you are still buried? Arise, the stone is rolled away, the grave is empty. Your fear has no claim here anymore. You say, but I don't feel it. And I say, truth is not subject to feeling. You say, I'm tired, and I say, come to me and I will give you rest. You say, I'm afraid to hope again, and I say, hope does not disappoint when it is rooted in me. I, the Lord, am not asking for your strength. I'm asking for your surrender. I'm not waiting for your perfection. I'm waiting for your yes. Yes to the call. Yes to the burden. Yes to the revival I want to birth through your life. You keep waiting for someone else to go first, but I have called you. You keep watching others burn, but I want to set you ablaze. Will you let me? I'm not sending you without power. I'm not launching you without protection. I will go before you. I will surround you. I will train your hands for war and your fingers for battle. But you must get up. You must step out. You must break agreement with spiritual sleep and say, no more. Let this moment mark you. Let this word pierce you. Let this fire consume every excuse. Because I am not raising up entertainers. I am raising up prophets. I am not gathering spectators. I am gathering warriors. I am calling forth voices from the caves. I am awakening those who were counted out. I am bringing resurrection to those who thought their season had ended. You are one of them. So breathe in again. Speak life again. Walk forward again. not because of your strength, but because of mine, not because of your faithfulness, but because of mine. I, the Lord, never sleep. I, the Lord, never slumber, and I have not forgotten what I promised. This is your hour. Wake up, my beloved. Wake up and walk with me. My beloved, you have been carrying invisible chains for far too long. The world may see your smile, your strength, your stride, but I, the Lord, see the sorrow behind your eyes. I see the weary sighs when you lie awake at night wondering why freedom feels like a dream and not your reality. You have learned to survive with shackles, to sing with a muted voice, to move with broken wings. But I, the Lord, did not create you to survive. I created you to soar. I did not fashion your soul for bondage, but for breakthrough. There are chains that man can see, addictions, patterns, choices repeated in regret. But there are also chains forged in silence, lies. You've believed identities that were never yours, wounds that festered in the dark, chains of comparison, chains of fear, chains that whisper, you are not enough, you are too broken, you will always be this way. My child, those voices do not echo from my throne. They are the residue of war battles in the unseen that I have already won on your behalf. When I stretch out my hand toward you, it is not just to comfort, it is to shatter. I come not with soft sentiments, but with the authority of heaven to break what has held you captive. I come not just to wipe your tears, but to rewrite the story behind them. And today, I speak this over you. You are no longer a prisoner. You are not confined by what you did, by what was done to you, or by the labels that others placed upon your spirit. I call you mine. I am not asking you to pretend those chains never existed. No, I am asking you to bring them into the light, because what is exposed to my presence cannot remain bound. Bring me the secret habits, the silent agreements, the shameful memories you dare not name. Place them before me like broken swords, and I will melt them down in my refining fire. I do not condemn you, my child. I cleanse you. I do not mock your struggle. I anoint your scars with oil from Gethsemane's press. And this is not just for your sake. No, I am raising you as a chain breaker. The very areas where the enemy sought to humiliate you will become your weapons of intercession. What once silenced you will become your sound of praise. The places where you stumbled will become stages for my glory. Do you not see I have been preparing you even in pain? I have been shaping you in the shadows to carry a light that terrifies darkness. You ask, why has it taken so long? Because I do not do shallow work. I go to the roots. I uproot not only the fruit of bondage, but the soil that fed it. I am not content with surface-level surrender. I seek your full restoration. I desire to make you whole, not just functional, to make you holy, not just healed, to give you authority, not just relief. And now is the time. Renounce the language of bondage. Stop calling yourself names I never gave you. Stop apologizing for your freedom. You don't owe your chains anything. They taught you nothing I could not teach you in love. You are not in debt to your past. You are destined for your purpose. You are not a failure, rehearsing your mistakes. You are a warrior, rehearsing victory songs. I know your heart still trembles. That's all right. Freedom can feel frightening when captivity has been your companion, but do not mistake the unfamiliar for unsafe. I, the Lord, go before you. I walk beside you. I guard behind you. You are never alone in the process of becoming. Every step you take into light, I match with grace. Every confession you whisper, I meet with mercy. Every tear you release, I collect as oil for the lamps of others still walking in darkness. You think this moment is about your story, but it's about a legacy. Children not yet born will walk paths you pave in courage. People you'll never meet will find hope in the echoes of your breakthrough. The chain that breaks today becomes the trumpet of deliverance tomorrow. Do not minimize what is happening. This is sacred. This is holy ground. So now open your mouth. Speak what you once feared to admit. Declare, I am free by the blood of Jesus. I am whole by the breath of God. I am restored by the mercy of heaven. Say it again until your soul echoes it louder than your history. Prophesy to yourself until your bones remember they are wrapped in resurrection. Proclaim it until angels rise to agree, until demons flee in dismay, until every cell in your body vibrates with truth. You are no longer bound. This is your commissioning. This is not merely an escape, it is a calling. You have not been delivered to hide. You have been delivered to herald. Your mouth carries fire now. Your footsteps carry authority. Your worship carries weight. You will look at others still in chains, and your story will be the key. Not your perfection, but your permission to speak boldly about the one who frees. I, the Lord, declare you free. Walk like it, speak like it, pray like it, love like it. You are no longer the prisoner. You are the prophet of your own release. The earth waits for the freedom you carry. Now go and break the chains of others with the sound of your song. You are deployed. My warrior, the enemy, did not just try to oppress you. He feared what you would become if you ever awakened to who you are in me. He sent distractions to weary your focus, distortions to cloud your mirror, discouragements to weigh down your voice. Because he knew, yes, he knew that once you stood in the truth of your identity, you would become unstoppable. He feared your awakening more than your sin. He feared your breakthrough more than your struggle. Because when you rise, you do not rise alone. You carry multitudes in your shadow. You were not saved to sit still. You were not healed to be hidden. I have placed a sword in your mouth and armor on your spirit. You are not just a survivor, you are a sent one. Heaven did not rescue you just to restore your peace. Heaven rescued you to release my presence. You are a carrier of glory now, not just a vessel of grace. The fragrance of your worship shifts rooms because it rises from the ashes of pain transformed by fire. Your obedience is no longer timid, it is thunderous. Your praise is no longer passive, it is prophetic. Your walk is no longer fragile, it is royal. Do you understand what I'm saying? I, the Lord, have placed fire in your bones. That fire will not be quenched by the opinions of others or the limitations of your past. That fire will not flicker in the winds of adversity. It is the same flame that danced upon the heads of those in the upper room. It is the consuming fire that led Israel by night. It is the voice that thundered on Sinai and the whisper that wrapped Elijah in gentleness. It is me living in you. Now go, my child, not as one seeking permission, but as one walking in authority. Lay hands on the sick and expect healing. Speak to the storm and expect calm. Call the prodigal and expect them to return. Sing over dry bones and expect resurrection. I am not asking you to try me. I am commanding you to trust me. The same Spirit that raised Christ from the dead dwells in you, not a fraction of him. Not a distant echo, but the fullness. Let that reality burn every excuse to ash. You've waited long enough. You've doubted yourself too often. You've tried to earn what was always yours by birthright. You are not an outsider begging for access. You are my own, sealed, commissioned, and set apart. The same hands that formed galaxies have also rested on your shoulder. The same voice that calmed the sea now calls you by name. The same power that held me to the cross is now your resurrection song. Let that truth break every ceiling you've built from fear. You will not move alone. I am dispatching angels to go before you, to war alongside you, to guard behind you. You will dream with clarity, speak with wisdom, and walk in wonder. The spiritual realm recognizes your arrival because your identity is shifted. Heaven knows your name, hell knows your threat, and earth is about to witness your transformation. But do not forget, this authority flows from intimacy. Stay close to me. Return to me even when you feel strong. Cry to me even when you feel brave. Let your secret place be louder than your stage. Let your humility guard your power. For when you stay hidden in me, no weapon formed against you can prosper. When you remain in the shadow of the Almighty, even the fire around you bows to the flame within you. You will raise the banner of my name in places long forgotten. You will gather the wounded, the weary, the wandering. You will prophesy hope in barren places. You will declare freedom in prisons of silence. You will break demonic cycles in families. You will interrupt curses with declarations of blessing. And it will not be by might nor by power, but by my Spirit. My beloved, your days of delay are over. Your days of doubting your place are done. You are not waiting for a green light. I am the light within you. Shine. You are not waiting for man's affirmation. You already carry heaven's seal. Walk. You are not trying to be ready. I have made you ready. Go. Say this aloud and make it your anthem. I am chosen. I am commissioned. I am covered. Let this declaration crack the atmosphere and stir the angelic realm. Let it echo in the hallways of hell as a warning. You have risen. You are awake, and you are anointed. I, the Lord, have spoken it. And when I speak, no man, no demon, no system, no history can reverse it. This is your time. This is your territory. This is your testimony unfolding in real time. Now go and shake the nations with the sound of my name on your lips. My child, now that you carry my mantle, you must also walk in my wisdom. You cannot step into the battlefield with armor and yet neglect discernment. Authority without awareness leads to casualties. Zeal without knowledge opens doors to deception. I do not send you into war unprepared. I, the Lord, instruct you not only in fire but in foresight, not only in praise but in perception. Let your spirit be trained to sense not just the presence of my power, but also the strategies of your adversary. The enemy is subtle. He no longer comes with a snarl. He often comes disguised in opportunities, distractions, and even in voices that wear the mask of comfort. He tempts not with evil that screams, but with compromise that whispers. He knows your calling and he fears your clarity, so he sows confusion. He fans impatience. He flatters your ego when I am calling you to humility. Stay awake, my beloved. Stay sober in spirit. Be vigilant, not paranoid, but prepared. I did not give you discernment to judge others, but to protect your destiny. I gave you vision not to boast in it, but to build with it. You will know when the room shifts, when a conversation carries a hidden agenda, when a door is not mine, even though it shines. That knowing in your gut, that pause in your spirit is me. Do not ignore it. I will not always thunder. Sometimes I will whisper. Sometimes I will simply lift my peace from a situation, and that will be your signal to step back. You ask, but Lord, how will I know it's you? Because I never speak to manipulate. I never lead with fear or shame. My voice will challenge but never crush. It will convict but never condemn. It will draw you to surrender, not demand your performance. Learn the tone of my voice. Learn the cadence of my presence. Learn the weight of my peace. In that knowing you will walk boldly, never blindly. Do not assume that every battle is yours to fight. Some victories will come by stillness. Some enemies will fall because you said nothing, not because you shouted. There will be times when silence is your sword and rest is your resistance. Do not let the world rush you into movements I have not commanded. Not every urgent thing is important. Not every loud voice is wise. Let me lead, and when warfare comes, and it will, do not panic. You have already been trained in secret for what will manifest in public. Do not seek signs in the sky when I've already written truth on your heart. Let my word be your compass, not your emotion. Let my presence be your covering, not your reputation. Let my spirit be your anchor, not the affirmation of others. You are not fragile, you are fortified, but you must remain filled. Do not pour out what you haven't received. Do not speak when you haven't listened. Do not run ahead when I have not moved. Your pace matters. Your rhythm matters. You will last not because you are loud, but because you are rooted. You will endure not because you impress, but because you abide. I have assigned angels to guard your flank to disrupt the traps laid for you, but I also require your agreement. Don't flirt with what I've called you to flee. Don't entertain what I've asked you to evict. Don't revisit what I've buried. Some places you left behind are now tombs, not temples. Do not return to them searching for familiarity. Forward is the direction of glory. And remember, this obedience is not just about morality, it's about momentum. Every yes you give me builds highways of impact in the spirit. Every act of submission becomes a seed for the miraculous. Every step in alignment unlocks realms that no striving ever could. You do not need to perform, you need to partner. My power flows through yielded vessels, not perfect ones. So keep your ears open, keep your eyes pure, keep your heart soft. Don't let bitterness build altars where worship should be. Don't let offense poison your perception. Guard your gates what you see, hear, and say. For out of your mouth will flow either fire or fog. Speak life, speak light, speak truth even when it costs you. I, the Lord, have given you discernment for days like these. Use it, treasure it, refine it, and when you don't know, ask me. I will not hide my counsel from those who seek with sincerity. I will not leave you guessing in the dark. I am not a riddle. I am your Father, and I speak clearly when you are quiet enough to listen. Walk in my wisdom now, for the path ahead is holy ground, and you must tread it with eyes wide open and a heart wholly mine. My child, in this journey, you will face many storms. Some will rage outside you, circumstances, loss, betrayal, injustice. Others will stir within doubt, fear, shame, the silent scream of, "Am I enough?" But listen to me now. I do not only calm storms, I create hearts that can sleep through them. I do not only deliver you from fire, I build within you a furnace that glows with my peace even in the center of flame. The strength I am giving you is not the absence of pain, but the endurance of purpose. I am not promising a life without wounds, but I am fashioning a spirit that will never bleed in vain. Every cut, every crack, every scar will carry glory. You will look at your past and no longer see a graveyard. You will see a garden. For I, the Lord, turn pain into seed, ashes into oil, and groaning into glory. I know you've been tired, not just physically, but weary in your hope. It's not the size of the battle that breaks you, it's the delay, the waiting, the silence, the whispers of the enemy telling you I've overlooked you. But I say this, not one tear has been wasted, not one cry has been ignored, not one act of faith has been forgotten. I have stored them all in heaven's vault, and the time of release is coming. But even before it arrives, I am doing something deeper. I am making you unshakable. This world shakes, people shake, systems fail. But I, the Lord, do not change, and because you are in me, you will remain when others fall. I am anchoring your soul in truth, not shallow affirmation, not fleeting emotion, but in my eternal word. I am building within you a confidence not rooted in outcomes, but in my nature. I am not just giving you faith for miracles, I am giving you faith to stand when the miracle hasn't come yet. You will not panic when others flee. You will not compromise when others fold. You will not collapse when others fall. Because your roots go deep. Because your peace doesn't depend on applause. Because your joy is not held hostage by circumstance. You will be like Daniel in the lion's den, not immune to danger, but untouched by its power. Like Paul in prison, not free in body, but free in spirit. Like Jesus in the boat, sleeping through the storm, because you know who holds the waves. I am training your reflexes. Where once you reacted in fear, you will now respond in faith. Where once you spiraled in anxiety, you will now settle in praise. You will learn to pause, to breathe, to remember I am still held. I am still loved. I am still chosen. This is not denial, it is divine alignment. This is not ignoring the storm, it is speaking to it from the inside out. And when people see you standing, when they see the peace on your face while the world crumbles, they will ask, "How?" And you will say, "Because I know who holds me." Your life will become a testimony not of ease but of endurance, not of privilege but of presence, not of safety but of steadfastness. You will not just survive, you will carry others in your stability. Your peace will be contagious. Your calm will disarm chaos. Your stillness will be louder than shouting. I, the Lord, am building you into a sanctuary, not a stage, not a statue, but a living temple of resilience. I am weaving into you the fibers of eternity. You will not be easily offended. You will not be quickly shaken. You will not be emotionally tossed like waves. You will walk with consistent joy, unexplainable peace, and unbreakable focus. Even when the enemy screams it's over, you will hear me whisper, "I'm still working." Even when your heart aches, you will feel my hand. Even when your mind wanders, your spirit will stay rooted. For I am not a fleeting feeling, I am a fortress. I am not a moment, I am your maker. I am not a backup plan, I am the blueprint. So take heart. You are not crumbling, you are being carved. You are not drifting, you are being drawn. You are not breaking, you are being built. And soon you will see that what felt like pressure was my preparation. What felt like silence was my shaping. What felt like delay was my design. You are my unshakable one, my steady one, my deeply rooted, wind-defying, storm-sleeping, lion-facing warrior. And I, the Lord, have made you this way. My child, you must understand freedom is not merely the absence of chains, it is the presence of me. You may walk around with no shackles on your wrists, yet your soul still trembles in captivity. Chains are not always seen. Some are forged in words, never released in tears, never shed in dreams you quietly buried. But I, the Lord, search your innermost being. I see the knots in your spirit, the places where fear has dug its roots, where guilt has grown like weeds. And I say today, not tomorrow, not someday. Today is the day I come with keys in my hand. You wonder, why do I still feel bound after all these years? Because freedom is not an event, it is a process. And today, I take you deeper into that process. I, the Lord, am not just removing what held you back. I'm healing why you stayed. Some of you were not just chained. You grew to call the chains your home. The pain became familiar. The silence became comfortable. But I am not the God of comfort zones. I am the God of transformation. I pull you out not just to give you a new environment, but to give you a new identity. You are not the one who barely makes it. You are not the one who's always a step behind. You are mine, and where I dwell, freedom reigns. My warrior, I see the silent battles. You rise in the morning with strength in your hands but sorrow in your chest. You show up for others while wondering if anyone would ever show up for you. You wear the armor well, but your wounds still bleed beneath it. I, the Lord, am not asking you to pretend. I am not calling you to fake victory while dying inside. I am here to make you whole. Not patched, not temporarily better. Whole. That includes the parts of your past that still echo in the present, the voices of shame that speak louder in quiet moments, the memories that interrupt your worship. I silence them now. By the blood of my Son, by the authority of heaven, I declare you clean. Some chains are passed down like heirlooms. Generational patterns, unspoken rules, repeated cycles. You say it's just how I was raised, but I say, you were raised for more. You are not doomed to repeat what broke those before you. You are the first to break it. You are the divine disruption. You are the beginning of a new story in your family line. I, the Lord, have anointed you not just to survive it, but to reverse it. You will speak words your ancestors never dared to speak. You will make choices they never believed were possible. You will walk paths they never imagined could be forged. and your obedience will echo into generations unborn. To those bound by unforgiveness, I see the poison in your heart, the bitterness you try to control. You say, but they don't deserve it. And you're right, they don't. But neither did you. And yet, I forgave you fully. My child, unforgiveness is not punishment for them. It is imprisonment for you. Today, let me help you release what you could never release on your own. I, the Lord, will give you power to bless those who cursed you, to love without pretending, to remember without reliving. Your scars will no longer scream. They will testify, not of the pain, but of the power that pulled you through. Some of you carry hidden vows, words you whispered to your own soul in moments of deep pain. I'll never trust again. I'll never be vulnerable. I'll never dream again. But those vows made in survival have become strongholds. They keep you from what I want to give. I did not create you to merely survive, my beloved. I created you to reflect my glory. Let me tear down those inner walls. Let me be the one who proves you wrong in the best way. You will trust again because I am trustworthy. You will dream again because I plant visions in the soil of surrender. You will feel again because I breathe life into dry bones. You say, but I failed too many times. And I say, my grace has never failed once. You say, I can't forgive myself. And I say, then let me do it for you. You say, I'm not strong enough. And I say, good, because I am. My strength is made perfect in your weakness, not your performance. I didn't choose you because you were flawless. I chose you because you were willing to stand again, to trust again, to believe again, even when belief feels like standing on water. Freedom is not one moment of emotional high. It is 1,000 choices made in quiet corners. When no one is watching and you still choose truth. When it would be easier to lie, but you choose integrity. When bitterness beckons, but you answer with blessing. This is how heaven invades earth, through the choices of those who say, even when it hurts, I'll obey. I, the Lord, walk with those who walk with me, even when the path is narrow. So now, my child, let me remove every name that isn't yours. The names pain gave you, the ones failure whispered, the ones religion etched in fear. You are not too much. You are not forgotten. You are not second best. You are mine. And I don't call you wounded, I call you whole. I don't call you broken, I call you beloved. I don't call you stuck, I call you sent. You are my message, my light, my image bearer in a dark world. And your freedom is the sound that shakes the gates of hell. I declare over you no more delay, no more circling the same mountain, no more half-healed, half-hoping. Today is a line in the sand. Today you rise not in your name, but in mine. You are loosed, you are commissioned, you are filled. And as you step forward, remember every step you take in freedom is a step someone else will follow. Your obedience is not just for you, it is the key for many. My beloved, I know how long you've wandered through this wilderness. I have seen you walk with a torch in your hand, hoping it would last until dawn. I have watched you search for signs in the night sky, hoping for a whisper, a flicker, anything that would tell you that you're not alone. And while silence may have been your companion and the unknown your constant shadow, I, the Lord, have never been absent. Even in what you called darkness, I was weaving deliverance. Even in what felt like abandonment, I was protecting you from what you could not see. My hand has always been on your shoulder, even when you couldn't feel it. There are seasons where I don't speak as loudly, not because I've left you, but because I'm teaching you to walk by faith. You cried, "Why is it so quiet?" And I say, "Because the roots are growing." You begged, "Why can't I feel you anymore?" And I say, "Because I'm building something deeper than feelings." My child, I never said it would feel easy. I said I would be faithful, and faithful I am. Through the deserts and the valleys, through betrayal and loss, through your tears and your silence, I have been faithful. You've looked at your life and called it a wasteland, but I, the Lord, call it a garden in preparation. You only see the dry ground. I see the seeds I planted with my own hands, seeds of resilience, seeds of courage, seeds of mercy. You may not see fruit yet, but it is coming. You say, but all I see are thorns. And I say, look again, look closer. Every thorn is guarding a rose that has not yet bloomed. Every barren patch is groaning with potential. My timing has never been early, never been late. When the rain comes, it will not be a drizzle. It will be a flood of grace, and the ground that once cracked with drought will rejoice in abundance. My daughter, do not compare your journey to another's. They may be in harvest, but you are in cultivation. You are not behind, you are being prepared. You say, but they have already arrived, and I say, so what if they have? Your road is sacred. What I'm doing in you requires more silence, more depth, more refining, because what I'm building in you cannot be shaken. You were never meant to fit in shallow soil. That's why shallow approval has never satisfied you. I, the Lord, have planted you for more. You're not growing slow, you're growing strong. There are doors you begged me to open and I kept them shut. Not to punish you, but to preserve you. You saw delay, I saw protection. You saw rejection, I saw redirection. I will not let you settle for something beneath your calling. I will not allow you to build your home in a place I only meant you to pass through. Stop mourning the path I closed. Stop idolizing the life you thought you wanted. I am the good shepherd and I lead with purpose. You are not lost, you are being led. You asked me for a map, but I gave you my hand. You asked me for certainty, but I offered you trust. You said, just show me what's ahead. But I said, let me show you who I am. I am not preparing a plan for you. I am preparing you for the plan. There is a difference. You were so focused on the destination, but I am focused on your transformation. I care less about how quickly you arrive and more about who you become along the way. Because when you get there, I want you whole, not weary. I want you healed, not just functional. I want you radiant, not resentful. There's a reason the cloud led Israel by day and the fire by night, because sometimes clarity looks like a shadow and sometimes it burns, but both are me. I don't always lead with comfort, I lead with wisdom. And when I lead, I don't make mistakes. I do not waste steps. I do not overlook details. I do not forget promises. Every detour has purpose. Every delay has intention. Every pause is packed with meaning. Trust me when you can't trace me, my son. You are not forgotten in the crowd. I see the one. I see you. The moments where no one clapped for you, I did. The days you had to encourage yourself, I whispered in your spirit. The nights you wondered if anyone noticed, I was taking notes. You have not labored in vain. You have not prayed in vain. You have not endured in vain. I, the Lord, have been storing up every tear, and soon, very soon, those tears will water a breakthrough so great even your enemies will say, surely the Lord is with them. Do not despise the night season. Stars are only visible when it's dark. And you, my child, are a star I have set in the heavens to shine when others give up. Your persistence is worship. Your refusal to quit is warfare. Your quiet faith is louder in heaven than the most elaborate praise. I, the Lord, am proud of you not because of your perfection, but because of your pursuit. You didn't stop. You kept going. And because of that, I now bring you into a new dawn, a new dimension, a new depth. So now rise. Shake off the dust of regret. Lift your eyes from the ashes. Let go of what didn't work. Embrace what's next. I am doing a new thing in you. Can you not perceive it? It is already springing forth. I am making a way in your wilderness rivers, in your wasteland. What once felt like death will now host resurrection. What once held you back will now lift you forward. This is your moment. Not because you are perfect, but because I am present. I, the Lord, declare over you, the wilderness ends here. My child, you have lingered too long in the place of your past. You have walked circles around the same mountain of pain, shame, and regret, believing that it is your inheritance. But I, the Lord, have not called you to wear chains of yesterday as if they were part of your identity. I have not asked you to build a house in the ruins of what broke you. I am calling you out of the tombs you've grown comfortable in, out of the ashes you've learned to sit in, out of the stories that no longer serve the truth of who you are in me. I, the Lord, declare it is time to arise. You've said, but this is who I've always been. And I say, that was before you knew me this deeply. You've said, but this is all I've ever known. And I say, now I am showing you a new way. You've said, but these patterns feel like home. And I say, your home is not your pain. Your home is in my presence. I did not save you just to comfort you in bondage. I saved you to set you free. True freedom will feel unfamiliar at first. It might even feel terrifying, but it is holy. It is worth it. I have heard every whispered prayer of God. Is there more? And my answer is yes. There is more than cycles, more than survival, more than waiting for the next storm. I did not design your life to be lived on edge. I designed you to walk in peace. You are not meant to flinch every time someone raises their voice. You are not meant to shrink every time you're overlooked. You are not meant to apologize for breathing, for dreaming, for being. You are not a burden. I, the Lord, crafted you with intentionality and delight. Let me speak to the shame that has gripped you like a second skin. Shame that told you you're too much. Shame that whispered you'll never change. Shame that clothed you in silence. I, the Lord, strip that shame from you. I break it off your shoulders like an old worn garment. I replace it with a robe of righteousness sewn with threads of grace and embroidered with purpose. You no longer need to hide. You no longer need to perform. I didn't choose you for your perfection. I chose you for your heart. You've spent too long rehearsing who left, who betrayed, who didn't understand. But I, the Lord, was always the one who stayed. I was there when they walked away. I was there when the doors slammed. I was there when the words cut deep. And I did not merely watch. I wept with you. I guarded what was left of your heart. I whispered reminders of your worth when you were too broken to believe them. And now I am restoring what was stolen, not just returning it, but multiplying it. You believed the lie that healing was selfish, that boundaries were disobedience, that rest meant laziness. But I, the Lord, say healing is holy. Boundaries are protection. Rest is warfare. You are allowed to exhale. You are allowed to laugh again. You are allowed to hope wildly and without apology. The world may not give you permission, but I already have. You don't need to prove anything anymore, not to them, not to yourself. I, the Lord, validate you. Come out of the grave of comparison. Stop measuring your bloom against another's harvest. Stop cursing your journey because it looks different. I, the Lord, am not grading you on speed. I am cultivating depth, and depth takes time. Depth requires silence. Depth needs pressure. You are not failing, you are forming. I see your roots even when others only see the dirt. I see the obedience no one claps for. I see the courage it takes to rise again. I see you, and I am pleased. There is a shift in the spirit happening now. You feel it. A discomfort that pushes you to grow. A restlessness that refuses to settle. That is me. I am disturbing the nests you've made in old pain so that you will soar. I am loosening the anchors that kept you stuck. I am pulling you forward, not just for you, but for every life your obedience will unlock. You do not yet see how wide the ripple is, but I do, and it is glorious. So come out. Walk forward, not as a victim, but as a vessel, not with your head bowed in defeat, but lifted in confidence. I am not embarrassed by your story. I'm proud of your journey. I am not looking for flawlessness. I'm looking for surrender. And you, my child, have given me that. So I, the Lord, now give you the authority to speak where you once were silent, to build where you once were broken, to lead where you once were led. The anointing on your life is not accidental. The favor on your name is not random. You have walked through fire and emerged refined. Now walk in it. Walk in freedom. Walk in fullness. Walk in joy. And as you do, watch how the chains of others begin to break, because your freedom is contagious. I, the Lord, say this: you are free indeed. Walk like it. Live like it. Speak like it. You are not who you were. You are who I say you are. My beloved, you have asked me again and again, where do I go from here? You have stood at the edge of transition, toes curled over the line between what was and what could be, heart trembling with uncertainty. You have prayed for direction, for confirmation, for a sign clear enough to silence your doubt. And I, the Lord, say to you, now I have already gone ahead of you. I have prepared the path. I have cleared the debris. I have marked the steps. You are not walking into the unknown. You are walking into the place I have made for you with my own hands. The doors that are opening in this season are not random. The people being removed from your life are not accidents. The shifts that seem uncomfortable are divine. I am rerouting you not to punish, but to protect. I am releasing you from alignments that drained you, atmospheres that dulled you, and expectations that were never yours to carry. You asked me to lead you, and now I am. So don't fight the closing doors. Don't mourn what I have ended. Trust that I am orchestrating something bigger than you can see. You have cried, but I'm not ready. And I respond, but I am. I, the Lord, will not lead you into something I have not equipped you for. I will not assign you without anointing you. I do not call you based on your comfort. I call you based on my timing, and my timing is perfect. You may not feel qualified, but I do not need your resume. I need your yes. I need your willingness. That's where miracles begin, in the mouths of those who say, yes, Lord, even when their knees are trembling. You've been afraid to take the next step because the last time you tried, you fell. But hear me clearly, this time is different. This time you are not moving in your own strength. This time you are moving under my covering. This time you are moving with clarity, not confusion. I have peeled back the veils that once blurred your vision. I have trained your ears to hear my voice in the noise. I have strengthened your hands for building and your feet for climbing. You are not the same as you were before. You've grown, you've healed, you've overcome. I, the Lord, have seen the tears you didn't let fall. I've felt the weight of the silent battles you couldn't explain. I know how hard it was to keep walking when you didn't feel me near. But I was always there. And now I'm rewarding your perseverance. I'm responding to your obedience. I'm honoring your unseen faithfulness. The promotion you're stepping into is not just a platform, it's a commissioning. I am sending you not just to shine, but to shift atmospheres, to shift hearts, to shift destinies. I am placing new words in your mouth, words that carry authority, not just emotion, words that break chains, not just comfort wounds. Speak them boldly. Declare what I show you. Do not shrink back when others question the source of your fire. Do not water down the truth to be palatable. I didn't light you up to dim you. I didn't fill you up to keep you silent. You are my trumpet. In this generation, sound the alarm. Release the call. Stir the sleeping. Yes, there will be opposition. Yes, there will be those who misunderstand. But remember who sent you. Remember who called you. You are not a lone voice in the wilderness. You are an echo of heaven's cry. You are not trying to make something happen. You are following the one who already finished the work. I, the Lord, have already overcome. And because I have overcome, so shall you. Do not be afraid to dream again. Do not be afraid to ask boldly. Do not be afraid to walk confidently. This is not arrogance, it is alignment. You are aligning with my vision. You are agreeing with my will. And when you agree with heaven, all of hell trembles. Your yes is a weapon. Your surrender is a strategy. Your worship is a war cry. So rise up, my child. Walk with your head held high, not because of what you've done, but because of who you belong to. Walk knowing that angels are assigned to you. That favor surrounds you like a shield. That doors will open not because you knock, but because I have declared them open. You will step into rooms you once only prayed about. You will occupy territory that once intimidated you. You will lead others not from perfection, but from presence, my presence within you. I am proud of you. I, the Lord, am pleased with you. Not because you've done everything right, but because you never stopped looking to me. And now I release you, I launch you, I propel you forward, not into chaos, but into calling, not into pressure, but into promise. The wilderness season is ending. The crossing over is here. Welcome to the other side. You have heard my words, my child. You have felt my fire and my tenderness. Now pause. Let what I have spoken settle deeply in you. Let it move from your ears to your spirit. Do not rush away from this moment. For now I invite you not to perform, not to impress, but to come. Come to me in prayer. Speak from where it truly hurts. Pray not as someone who must beg, but as someone I have already chosen, already loved, already seen. Let your voice rise now, not out of fear, but surrender. My Father, I don't know how to begin, but I come because you've called me. You have searched me and known me, and still you say I'm yours. You who are holy and beyond comprehension have looked into the tangled wreckage of my soul and whispered, "Come." So I come, not polished, not put together, but honest. I have carried burdens I never told anyone about. I have worn smiles to mask the weight. I've stayed busy to avoid the pain. But I realize now, you were never asking for perfection, only permission. So I give you permission, Lord. Not that you need it, but I need to give it. I open the door. I hand you the keys. I give you access to all of me. I surrender the stories I've been ashamed of, the memories that still sting, the habits I've justified, the fears I've hidden, the prayers I gave up on. I give you the tears I never cried out loud, the anger I kept buried, the dreams I've silently let die. I bring them to you because you already know them and still you love me. I give you my exhaustion, the tiredness that sleep can't fix. I give you the anxiety that grips my chest, the overthinking that drowns my peace, the comparisons that steal my joy. I lay down the shame that clings to my identity, that tries to convince me I'll never be more than my worst days. I offer you the deep ache of loneliness even in a crowded room. I offer you my weariness from pretending I'm okay. Lord, I let go of the need to control outcomes. I release my white-knuckled grip on how things should unfold. I surrender the timelines I've demanded and the expectations I've built altars to. I trust that even in the waiting, you are not withholding, you are working. I give you the why that has haunted me, the how long that has worn me down, the what if that has frozen me in place. I lay them all before you because I no longer want to carry what you died to lift. I surrender my past, the parts I regret, the parts I don't understand, the parts I still grieve. I surrender the labels others placed on me and the ones I placed on myself. I surrender the lies I've believed and the masks I've worn. I surrender the old survival patterns that helped me once but now only hold me back. Heal me, Father, not just from what hurt me, but from what I believed because of it. Heal the root, not just the symptom. Touch the little child inside me who first learned fear, who first felt unworthy. Touch the moments that shaped my silence, my shame, my striving. Show me that you were there even then. I ask you now, fill every surrendered place with your presence. Fill the empty rooms of my soul with your light. Fill the hollow places with hope. Breathe into my spirit the assurance that you are not only able but willing, that you are not distant but here, that you are not tired of me but moved by me. Remind me that surrender is not weakness, it is worship. Let this prayer become my altar. Let it mark the moment I stopped trying to fix myself and finally let you be my healer. Let it be the turning point where I laid down shame and picked up grace, where I stopped begging for scraps and took my seat at the table you prepared for me. Thank you, Lord, for never rushing me, for waiting at the door of my heart without condemnation, for loving me before I got it right, for choosing me before I even chose you. Thank you for seeing every fractured piece of me and calling it redeemable. Thank you for never being disgusted by my wounds, but reaching to touch and heal them. I choose today to believe you, to believe that your hands are safer than my own, that your ways are higher, your plans are better, and your love is stronger than anything that tried to break me. I declare that what I have surrendered will not return to haunt me. What I release will not be rechained. What I hand to you will be transformed. So here I am, Father, all of me, no secrets, no reservations, no backup plans, just a simple, desperate trust that you are enough. I trust you to take the ashes and make beauty. I trust you to take the broken and make whole. I trust you to write a new story, not despite the pain, but through it. Let this surrender echo into my tomorrow. Let it shape the way I walk, love, hope, and speak. Let it be the foundation for a life not driven by fear, but rooted in grace. Let this be the day everything changes, not because my circumstances shift, but because my posture does. Father, now that I have laid it all down, I speak truth back into the places where lies once lived. I lift my voice not in desperation, but in declaration. I will not whisper shame anymore. I will shout faith. I will not crouch beneath the weight of the past. I will rise in the identity you have spoken over me. I declare today that I am not who the world says I am. I am not defined by the wounds, the failures, or the names others called me. I am not the product of my trauma, my disappointments, or my delays. I am who you say I am. I am loved. I am chosen. I am forgiven. I am set apart. I am a child of God. I declare that I am not abandoned. I am not overlooked. I am not forgotten. I am not behind. I walk in step with the divine timing of heaven. I am not running out of time. I am being refined by time. You are not late. You are precise. Every season has meaning. Every waiting room holds wisdom. Every closed door carries protection. And I trust you with every one. I speak life over myself now. I speak healing over my body. I speak peace over my mind. I speak clarity over my decisions. I speak joy over my spirit. I speak strength into my weakness. I speak hope into every dry and barren place in me. Let the wells spring up again. Let the flame reignite. Let faith come alive and dance in the ruins of what was. I declare I am no longer bound by fear. Fear will not sit in the driver's seat. Anxiety will not speak louder than truth. Doubt will not be my counselor. I silence the inner critic and amplify the voice of my Father. I declare that the cycle of sabotage ends here. I declare that self-hate will not be my mirror. That comparison will not be my compass. I embrace the identity of a warrior, not a victim. I wear the armor. You have provided the helmet of salvation, the breastplate of righteousness, the belt of truth, the shoes of peace, the shield of faith, and the sword of the Spirit. I will not cower. I will stand. I will not crumble. I will advance, not by might, not by power, but by your Spirit. I declare that I am stepping into new territory. that what held me down before will now lift me up, that the very wounds that tried to break me will be the testimonies that empower me, that the valleys I've walked through will become the wells I draw from. I declare that favor surrounds me like a shield, that grace follows me like a shadow, that mercy kisses me awake every morning. I declare that I am not too much, I am not too broken, I am not too late. I am exactly who you designed, born for this moment, equipped for this assignment, and filled with your spirit to carry it out. You have not made a mistake with me. You were not second-guessing when you formed me. I am your idea. I am your masterpiece. I am your message in motion. I no longer need the approval of man because I have the affirmation of heaven. I am not living for applause. I am walking in alignment. I am not chasing perfection. I am surrendered to your process. I am not performing for love. I am resting in it. I am not trying to earn your presence. I live in it. Let these words take root. Let them become truth in every cell, every thought, every breath. Let them rise against accusation. Let them shine in the dark. Let them break generational lies and build generational blessings. Let them define my language, shape my choices, fuel my prayers, and direct my praise. I will no longer agree with the enemy about who I am. I break every inner vow I made in pain. I break every agreement I formed in fear. I cancel every lie I inherited from broken people. I sever every soul tie to shame and release myself fully into your arms. I agree with heaven. I agree with truth. I agree with grace. I step into sonship. I step into daughterhood. I step into inheritance. I step into wholeness. I step into freedom. I step into joy. I step into authority. I step into peace, not by force, but by faith. Not because I feel worthy, but because you said I am. Thank you, Father, for rewriting the script, for interrupting the narrative of defeat with your story of redemption, for calling me out of the grave and into glory. Thank you for being the God who doesn't just save my soul, but restores my identity. Thank you for not just pulling me from the fire, but clothing me in purpose. I speak over my future now, not with fear, but fire. I prophesy growth. I prophesy strength. I prophesy wisdom, divine connections, fruitful work, healed relationships, abundant provision, unshakable peace, and radical joy. I speak these things not because I earn them, but because you are good and you delight to give good gifts to your children. Let my tongue become a tool of life. Let my thoughts become a garden of truth. Let my habits mirror heaven. Let my posture be praise. Let my life shout to the world that I am not what happened to me. I am what you have spoken over me. Father, I come before you, now no longer chained by yesterday, but yearning for what lies ahead. I have laid down my burdens. I have declared your truth, and now I ask not only to be free, but to be led. I don't want to wander aimlessly with newfound liberty. I want to walk with purpose, with clarity, with your spirit as my compass. Take my hand, Lord. Walk me into the places you've already prepared. Lead me through doors I could never open on my own. Illuminate the path before me, even if it's only one step at a time. I don't ask to see the whole map, just to know that you are with me on the journey. Your presence is the plan. Your nearness is the promise. I ask for divine discernment, not just to avoid the traps of the enemy, but to recognize the subtle shifts of your spirit. Help me to pause when you whisper, wait, and to move boldly when you shout, go. Let me not rush ahead in impatience or lag behind in fear. Let me be sensitive, steady, and surrendered. I open my calendar to you. My time is not mine. My days are not random. My life is not a series of accidents. Every appointment is an assignment. Every encounter is a chance to carry your glory. So teach me to see interruptions as invitations. Teach me to see obstacles as opportunities. Teach me to walk slowly enough to notice the hurting, but swiftly enough to obey when you prompt. I invite you into my decisions, into my work, into my relationships, into my finances, into my family, into my habits, into my dreams. Be the voice behind every choice. Be the whisper in every morning. Be the strength in every weakness. Be the peace in every pressure. I don't just want you to bless my plans. I want you to form them. Lord, remove the residue of hesitation. I don't want to second guess your goodness. I don't want to keep testing the water when you've already called me to step in. Like Peter, call me out of the boat. Like Abraham, teach me to walk without knowing the full destination. Like Mary, help me say, let it be to me according to your word. Let my feet be swift to obey. Let my hands be ready to serve. Let my mouth speak life wherever I go. Let my eyes see the unseen realm where you are working. Let my heart be open to divine assignments, even when they look like inconvenience or discomfort. Make me interruptible for heaven. I ask you now to align me with the right people. Send mentors who see what I cannot. Send friends who fuel the fire, not the fear. Send those who will sharpen me with truth and soften me with grace. And if needed, remove those who are not assigned to this next season, even if it hurts, even if it's hard. I trust your pruning. Let every closed door become a signal, not a shame. Let every delay become development. Let every waiting season grow my roots deeper. Let every step forward be marked with peace and joy. Let me not just move, I want to move with you. Father, I surrender control not out of weakness, but out of wisdom. You are better at being God than I am at pretending I don't need one. I release my grip on the outcomes. I give up the illusion of control. I open wide my hands to receive your best on your terms in your time and for your glory. Anoint me with boldness, not recklessness, but holy courage. Courage to say yes, courage to say no, courage to try again, courage to start fresh, courage to end what's toxic, courage to build what lasts. I don't want comfort, I want calling. I don't want applause, I want alignment. Let this next season be one of movement, not just activity, but spirit-led action. I don't just want to be busy, I want to be fruitful. I don't want to drift, I want to advance. I don't want to be stuck in cycles. I want to step into legacy. Let this be the season of release, of resurrection, of redirection. Lord, go before me as fire and follow behind me as glory. Be beside me as wisdom and above me as protection. Be within me as power and beneath me as foundation. Surround me until every shadow flees. Fill me until I overflow. Guide me until I become the guide to others. I step now not in my own strength, but in the fullness of your Spirit. I step into new ground with old chains broken, a new name written on my heart, and a fresh wind at my back. I don't walk alone. I walk with heaven backing me. I walk with angels surrounding me. I walk with your voice leading me. I walk as one who knows who I belong to. Thank you, Father, for the fresh start, for the divine reset, for the sacred reordering. I no longer resist it, I welcome it. You are the God of new beginnings, and this is just the beginning. Amen.